I don't have any concerns about the absorption of JGBs going forward because we have a well thought out plan for JGB issuances. I believe the Ministry of Finance of Japan is perhaps the best Ministry of Finance in the world in terms of our close communication and careful communications with the market participants.
Investors obviously disagree with the perception that you hold right now. They say that JGBs are not the ones to buy at this point in time. There are huge concerns about your finances. How do you respond to that when they say that perhaps Japan's bond market is a canary in a coal mine?
I think those concerns are misplaced. We put a lot of importance on sustainability of our public finance. If you look at the draft budget for all this year, for the first time in 28 years, we will be achieving a primary balance surplus. If you look at our economic policies, through our economic policies, the plan is to expand the size of the Japanese economy. We have already seen an increase of tax revenue by 84 trillion yen, and we are to spend without additional borrowings. And as if you could look at our dependency on JGBs, the public debt dependency is at a 30-year low. As the Minister of Finance, I am not going to ignore the concerns in the market. The Prime Minister has been talking for the past couple days about an election to ask for the confidence of the public. She has talked about a possible plan for reducing the consumption tax rate. I know that is one of the reasons why the market has become rather nervous. But she has said that Japan is not going to depend on issuance of deficit-covering bonds. Since October of last year, we have taken a very responsible approach to public finance, talking about responsible, sustainable, and proactive fiscal policies. We are not taking expansionary fiscal policies, and this is demonstrated by some of the numbers that we see. So I ask the market participants to calm down.
What concrete steps will you take to fund all the spending plans? There have already been massive, significant stimulus, and now the Prime Minister has said she's cutting the consumption tax, which amounts to 8%. That leaves a huge hole, I suppose, in revenue.
The Prime Minister is talking about reducing the consumption tax rate only for food items. Even with that, there will be quite an amount which will be required. But we have already reduced gasoline tax, and we have secured the financial resources every time we have decided on spending. We have explained it to the IMF as well. Just last week, I was in Washington, D.C. to attend the G7 and like-minded countries meeting, and we had a bilateral meeting with Managing Director Madam Georgieva of the IMF. And she knows that every time Japan takes an action,